All right, guys, time for stories to start your morning, beginning with the Brooklyn bench boss. The Nets are reportedly expected to pursue Greg Popovich this offseason. Broussard, even though it's unlikely, let's play it out. What would Pop mean for Durant and Kyrie?
This would be tremendous for Durant and Kyrie. It'd be their best chance to win a championship. They both have great respect for Pop, obviously. And if you look at it on paper, whether Brooklyn makes a trade of Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, whoever, they have the most talent in the East on paper. Now you get a guy like Pop who can bring it all together, a guy that has shown he can coach many different styles, whether it's Twin Towers, Duncan's the focal point, Tony Parker, point guard's the focal point, shoot the three as they did in 2014 and 2013, or mid-range now because he's got LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan. Offense first, defense first. Pop can do it all. He would adjust to KD and Kyrie, and they would be phenomenal.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen, though, Nick. This seems like it's going to be like the Nets are pursuing moving the hoop to 9 feet. It just seems so outlandish. I don't know if it's worthy of discussion, Nick.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's worthy of discussion because for some reason it keeps getting floated. I agree with everything Broussard said. I think that the Nets are this close to being the favorites going into next year anyway, and that's not knowing who their coach is. If they get one of the 3 greatest coaches ever, they become the favorites. But I have no reason to believe KD or Kyrie want this, and I have no reason to believe Popovich wants this. Steve Kerr didn't think coaching Kevin Durant was exactly a barrel of laughs himself, and we know Pop and Kerr are close. So I just don't see Pop for the final couple years of his career signing up for this and moving out of San Antonio. It would be an amazing coup. Adding Pop would be a bigger addition than adding Kyrie. It'd be that big of a deal.
Well, and also, Wilds, remember Durant to Golden State was outlandish until it actually happened. On to summer shakeup. Speaking of which, the Warriors are in win-now mode with Steph and Klay set to return next season. As a result, they're reportedly looking to trade their first-round pick, which could very well turn out to be that first overall pick, along with Andrew Wiggins for a star like, say, Pascal Siakam. Nick, start with you. What do you make of this?
I mean, I applaud the Warriors cabal from lowering their sights from the #1 pick and Andrew Wiggins for Giannis to just the #1 pick and Andrew Wiggins for All-NBA player Pascal Siakam. But, I mean, at this point, if they keep ratcheting it down 30%, eventually they'll land around where they could be. Like the #1 pick and Andrew Wiggins for CJ McCollum, if you include something else as well. Maybe. And by the way, I know America can't do math, but Warriors fans, you have an 86% chance of not getting the #1 pick. You have a 48% chance of getting the 5th overall pick. This is the same thing we did with the Knicks last year. It's like, oh, what are they going to do with the #1 pick? Not get it. Same with the Warriors. What are they going to do with the #1 pick? Not get it. But luckily, Broussard, they've got Hall of Fame 4th option Andrew Wiggins, so they'll be just fine. They can stand pat.
You are so disrespectful to one of the best 4th options in the NBA. 4th option, then give me another 4th option who gives you 20 a night. He's athletic.
He's their 3rd option.
He's got a problem with his motor. Okay, but that's why he's a 4th option. No, Draymond's 3rd. How about this, though? How about the 1st pick and Draymond for Ben Simmons? How about that, Nick?
You like that? Why would Philly do that? I don't like that. Why would Philly do that?
While we're getting dreams, why not?
Hey, why don't they trade for Durant? Bring him back.
The best of the bubble. Hang on, we got time for that discussion. Dame was named unanimous bubble MVP on Saturday, but it was our guy Nick right here who took home the real honor in all of this. Nailing the all-bubble first team of Dame, Harden, Luka, Booker, and TJ Warren. Broussard, I think you did the same, but I mean, is this not proof that Nick maybe, sort of, kind of deserves a vote?
Thank you.
I'm lobbying for him, but it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know if it's coming soon. But I agree. Nick did nail this. I agree with him wholeheartedly. Dame was the MVP. Wilds has a beef with that, but I don't understand it.
No,
I just real quick.
Go.
It makes me sad. I felt better when I thought Broussard wasn't lobbying for me. The fact that he said, I've been lobbying for you, but it's been
and
tough,
they still won't
leads me to believe there might be some bad feelings towards me at the NBA office that I didn't know about. So that's unfortunate and something I evidently need to repair. Wilds, you wanted Booker to be the MVP, right?
Yeah, I'm pro Dame, but Booker went undefeated. He's like, guys, I didn't lose a game. He deserved it.
Nick, they have not bad-mouthed me. The NBA has not bad.
All right, on to tonight's playoff
What have they done?
Luka and the Mavs taking on Kawhi and the Clippers in Game 1. Nick, assuming that Kawhi plays, I'm kidding, what will be the key in this series?
Who the hell's guarding Paul George? I mean, that's the issue here. Dorian Finney-Smith is going to have to guard Kawhi, and that leaves exactly who for Paul George. That's the key here. And while the Mavs can score with anyone, as Wilds has repeatedly made the point, and I think it can't be harped on enough, this is the highest scoring offense on a per 100 possessions basis in the history of the NBA. So the Mavs are going to be able to score, and Kristaps, I think, was the first man out of the all-bubble team. If there was a sixth man, I would have made it him. He's been great, but Broussard, for your beloved Los Angeles Clippers, your lifelong team, I just don't know who guards Paul George. I think that there's only one. And by the way, it's not like Dorian Finney-Smith is a stopper. It's not like, I mean, he's a good defender, but it's not like I think Dorian Finney-Smith's going to be able to stop Kawhi. My point is he's the only body they have to throw at a very capable wing player, and the Clippers have two excellent of those guys. So to me, unless somebody shocks you and is able to guard Paul George, I don't know how the Mavs can slow down the Clippers offense.
I love the way, Nick, you analyze this series as if it's close, as if there's a shot, like, oh, this is a great one, this is the key. There is no key. The Clippers are flat out way better than the Mavericks, okay? They'll beat them in 5. Their perimeter defense is too stout for the Mavericks. Look at Luka and look at Kristaps versus Dallas. They struggle. Now, they get their numbers because somebody's got to score. But their shooting percentage from 2, their shooting percentage from 3 plummets against the Clippers because, as you mentioned, with Kawhi and Paul George, they've got great perimeter defense, not to mention Pat Bev. So this is a mismatch. As much as I like Dallas, and again, in 2 years, they're legit contenders. But right now, Luka's too young for this heat, and Kristaps, as much as I like him, is too soft for this heat.
Soft?